Welcome to Udofia Animations, where powerful Christian stories come to life through faith-filled drama and heartfelt lessons. In today's video, you'll witness the emotional journey of a jealous wife whose constant comparisons push her loving husband to the edge. This is more than a story, it's a mirror for many homes today. Stay with us till the very end, and allow the message to speak to your heart. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, because these stories are changing lives. James, sometimes I look at you and just wonder if this is really the life you're comfortable with. Every morning, you wear the same 2 shirts and leave this house like everything is fine. But everything is not fine. I see men out there. Men who actually think about the future. Men who don't just wake up and go to a job that barely pays bills. Don't you feel any pressure to become more than what you are now? Or are you just okay being average forever?
Stella, I know it may not look like much to you now, but I work hard, every single day, not just for myself, but for us. I may not have the flashiest clothes or the latest car like some of the people you admire, but I give my best, with all my heart. I leave this house with peace in my spirit, because I know I am building something slowly, something solid. I just wish you could see the value in consistency, not just in results.
Consistency? James, consistency doesn't pay school fees or build houses. I'm tired of this struggle life. Tired of pretending to my friends that things are better than they are. They keep asking when you'll finally start doing something big. Their husbands are running businesses, traveling, buying land, and here I am, married to a man who still takes public transport and wears his wedding shoes to work every single day.
Stella, why does it matter so much what your friends think? Marriage is not a competition. We vow to grow together, to support each other, to be patient. I may not be where you want me to be yet, but I'm not stagnant. I'm not idle. God sees my heart and my efforts. Why can't my wife see them too? Why must I be compared every day to men I don't even know, men whose lives you only see from the outside?
Because I know what I see, James. I see results. I see progress in other families. Look at Mr. Daniel next door, he just bought a second car. His wife told me last week that he's planning to take her to Dubai for their anniversary. And here you are still talking about patience and hard work like they're medals. Love doesn't feed a family, James. Dreams don't build homes.
And neither does constant comparison build a marriage, Stella. I may not be Mr. Daniel, and I'm not trying to be. I'm trying to be James, the man who wakes up every day and chooses to love you, even when that love is thrown back at him like it's worthless. If you ever pause to see the weight of your words. If you just took one day to truly appreciate effort instead of constantly pointing out what's lacking, maybe, just maybe, this house would have more peace. I'll be home by 6. Let me know if you need anything.
James, you've been unusually quiet today. Normally, by now, you would have already dropped 2 wise proverbs and 1 dad joke. Something bothering you?
Sometimes, Francis, it's not the noise outside that drains a man. It's the quiet disappointment in the people he loves most. The constant reminder that who he is, and what he gives, is never enough.
Sounds like home matters. Wife again?
Every day, it's like living under a microscope. No matter what I do, it's compared. Compared to neighbors. To friends. To social media people I've never met. Yesterday it was Mr. Daniel's car, today it's someone's vacation. It's like love has become conditional on how fat my pocket is.
Brother, you're not alone. Many men wear suits to work, but underneath they're bleeding. And the worst wounds? They're not physical. They're from words, sharp words, from lips that once kissed you with hope.
She says I lack ambition. That I'm too comfortable. But Francis, you know me. I'm not idle. I'm doing all I can. I save, I give, I pray. But sometimes it feels like she only sees what I haven't done yet. Not what I'm doing.
That's the tragedy of comparison, my friend. It blinds a person from seeing value. A wife is supposed to water the seed of her husband's efforts. But when she constantly compares, she pours acid instead. What good bloom withers.
I miss peace, Francis. I long for the days when we used to eat plain rice with joy. Not with judgment. When she used to say, "Don't worry, James, we'll grow together." Now it's, "Look at that man, look at that car, look at what we don't have." It's like I've become a scoreboard instead of a spouse.
Don't let her frustration destroy your purpose, James. Some women compare out of fear. Fear that you will remain stuck. Fear of being laughed at by others. But don't react in anger. Respond in prayer. Let your consistency eventually testify for you. Real growth takes time. And a man who builds quietly will one day live loudly.
Thank you, Francis. Sometimes, a man just needs to be reminded that he's not crazy for choosing process over pressure.
Your store looks nice. Your husband is really trying for you. Yes. He is really trying for me. Girls, my husband just paid for a 5-day vacation to Zanzibar. No kids. Just the two of us. Can you imagine? I haven't even packed yet and I already feel like royalty. Zanzibar? That's beautiful. I told Chica that our next trip must be to Santorini. He said as long as I pick the date, he'll sort the rest. I don't even check price tags anymore when I shop. Wow. You two are really enjoying. That's good. It's the way it should be. Me, I'm just praying James wakes up one day and becomes ambitious enough to even plan a weekend at a resort here in Lagos, not to talk of traveling out. Stella, you've been praying for that for how many years now? Ah, babe, sometimes it's not just prayer, some men need a serious push. Push. I've pushed, pulled, begged and shouted. But this man is too content. He still thinks bringing home beans and Gary is provision. Imagine, just yesterday, he came back looking happy because he bought Titus fish on promo. Meanwhile, other men are investing in real estate and flying their wives out. But didn't he used to be very sweet when you both got married? Like, back then he used to write you poems and bring surprise snacks. I remember, you even posted one of his handwritten love notes online. Those things were cute when we were young and hopeful. But now? I can't feed on poems and orange juice anymore. Life has moved on. I need more than affection, I need action. I'm tired of explaining to people why I'm still living like a newlywed in a face me I face you marriage. Honestly, I don't blame you, Stella. A woman deserves to feel progress. It's not about money alone, it's about having a man who wants to rise and carry his wife along. But sometimes, progress looks different for everyone. I mean, Shaka wasn't always successful. For years, he struggled. But I kept clapping for him even when we had little. And now, he rewards me for staying. So are you saying I haven't clapped enough for James? Please don't start with that support your man sermon. I've done my part. But I didn't marry a prayer point. I married a man. And a man should provide. Stella, just be careful. Frustration can blind you to the blessing you already have. Yes, James may not be flashy, but from what you've told us over the years, he's kind. And faithful. Not every woman has that. Kindness is great. But I'm tired of using love to cover up lack. I want to be proud of my husband, not constantly making excuses for him.
When a woman allows envy and pride to speak louder than gratitude, even a faithful man becomes invisible to her. But what she fails to value today, someone else might celebrate tomorrow.
Honey, I passed by the market after work. They had some great deals today, so I got us fresh okra, a bit of Titus fish, and some garden eggs, your favorite. I thought we could make a nice soup together later. What do you think?
Is that supposed to impress me?
No. Not to impress. Just to make you smile. I know you had a long day, so I thought something fresh and simple might lift your mood.
James, how long are we going to keep living like this? You buy vegetables like it's a trophy. A few garden eggs and smoked fish, that's the highlight of your day? Meanwhile, other women are getting surprise deliveries, new phones, and weekend getaways. And me? I get tomatoes and plastic bags.
Stella, I don't know what else to say anymore. I do the best I can. Every kobo I earn, I think of you. I don't go clubbing, I don't waste money on flashy things, I bring it all home. I walk through the market, looking for what will make you happy. But each time I try, it's never enough.
Because it's not about buying okra, James. I need a man who thinks big. Who's planning real progress. You keep talking about how you love me, but love is not the issue here. Vision is. Ambition is. When will we stop crawling and start flying?
Stella, do you know what it feels like to dread coming home? Not because I don't love you, but because I know the moment I step in, I'll be reminded of everything I haven't achieved yet, instead of being encouraged for the things I'm trying to build.
Build? With what? A clerk's salary? I married you with the belief that you'd grow, but if this is all you're going to be, then maybe I made a mistake. Who's that again this night?
Big sis, I was in the area and thought to stop by. I got some oranges. You've looked a bit tense lately when we chat. I thought maybe we could talk.
Thanks, Anita. Come in. This house could use some lightness tonight.
Is everything all right between you and James? I mean, I know marriage has its ups and downs, but this house feels cold. Even your spirit feels heavy.
Everything's not all right. I'm tired, Anita. I feel stuck in a life that doesn't reflect who I am or where I want to be. I look at other women, they're moving forward. Their husbands are taking bold steps. Meanwhile, mine is comfortable living a small life. He came back today with okra and bread and expected me to dance. What am I supposed to do with that?
Stella, I love you, and I say this with all respect, but maybe the problem isn't what James brought home. Maybe the problem is what you no longer see. You used to tell me how deeply he loved you, how humble and faithful he was. That man still exists. But you've allowed other people's lives to rewrite how you value your own.
So I should settle for less, Anita? Is that what you're saying? That I should just accept the same life year after year while others move up and shine?
No, I'm saying don't lose a good man chasing shadows. You see houses, cars, vacations, but do you see peace? Do you know what those other marriages are like behind the photos? Some of those women cry at night, Stella. They would trade every luxury they have for a man who comes home to them with groceries and a faithful heart.
He doesn't try hard enough, Anita. I feel like I'm carrying all the vision in this house.
Vision should build, not break. And what if your comparison is killing the very seed of greatness in James? What if all he needs is your belief, your quiet encouragement, to rise. But every time you speak, it's like you crush him instead. Sis. It's not too late to shift. To appreciate him. To say thank you even when it feels small. A grateful heart sees miracles others miss. Don't wait until someone else tells you how rare your husband is, before you realize it.
This morning, I want to speak to someone who has allowed comparison to steal their joy. Someone who has looked at other homes, other husbands, other wives, and in doing so, has become blind to the blessings in their own house. You see, church, when the enemy can't destroy your marriage through infidelity or violence, he'll try to poison it with dissatisfaction. A little whisper here. Your friend's husband just bought a car. Another whisper there. Your neighbor is building a house. Before long, the spirit of gratitude is gone. And in its place, bitterness. But let me tell you the truth. There are women out there married to rich men who would give up everything just to have peace in their home. And there are men out there praying for wives who would speak life into them instead of cutting them down with complaints. Stop measuring your marriage with another person's ruler. You don't know what goes on behind those photos. Celebrate your own journey. Honor the effort your spouse is making, even if it's not flashy. Some of you are ignoring gold because it's still covered in dust.
Girls, look at this necklace Ton got me yesterday. 24-karat gold. He just walked in and said, "Baby, I saw this and thought of you." Can you imagine? No special occasion, just because, That must be nice. I can't even remember the last time James bought me anything that didn't come in a plastic bag from the market. Stella. At least he tries, doesn't he? I mean, he brings food home. He's there every night. That still counts for something. Linda, this is the 21st century. A man's effort should go beyond being present and bringing food. That's the bare minimum. I didn't marry a man just so he could provide lunch and loyalty. I married him with the belief that he'd grow, expand, multiply. I look at myself sometimes and feel like I've outgrown my own marriage. He's stuck, and I'm tired of carrying the dreams alone. I want a man who surprises me with more than just fish and tomatoes. I want progress, not just presents. I get it, Stella. Honestly, I don't know how you do it. If Tund ever stopped pushing, I'd probably lose interest. No woman wants to play the role of motivator and house manager every single day. Let me say something, Stella, and please hear me out. I understand the hunger for more, I do. But there is a difference between pushing your husband forward and pushing him away. The truth is, some men don't need more criticism. They need more confidence from the woman beside them. When I met Chika, he was renting a single room and sleeping on a mattress on the floor. But I believed in him. Not just because he had money, he didn't, but because he had character, faithfulness, integrity. And I honored that. I didn't compare him to anyone. Linda, please. Times have changed. These days, respect follows results. You can't expect me to clap for a man who hasn't changed his phone in 3 years and still thinks a walk in the park is a romantic gesture. Then maybe the issue is deeper than your husband's income. Maybe your heart has shifted from contentment to covetousness. Because if you can't recognize value in loyalty, sacrifice, and effort, then I wonder if you'd ever be satisfied even if James suddenly became rich tomorrow. Would you thank him? Or would you still find something lacking? So now I'm the problem? I didn't say that. I'm saying, maybe the problem is not James alone. Maybe there's something in your heart that needs healing too. Why is it that I'm always the one watching others live the life I dream of? Cynthia's husband just flew her to Dubai. Amanda's got a new gold bracelet. And me? I'm still hoping James remembers my birthday. I don't need luxury. I just want to feel valued. A small surprise, a flower, something that shows I'm still on his mind. But all I get are tired conversations and cold silence. He used to call me his queen. Now I feel like a shadow in his life. Is it too much to ask for affection? For attention? I don't want to envy my friends. But I'm tired of pretending I'm not hurting. Maybe one day, James will see me again, the way he used to.
Hey. I passed by that small food joint you used to love, Mama Clara's. I got you that coconut rice you liked. And, well, these flowers. I saw them and thought, maybe they'd brighten your evening a bit.
James. Flowers? Seriously? At your age, you think flowers will fix anything?
I didn't buy them to fix anything, Stella. I bought them because I still care. Because I still want us to find joy in little things. I know you've been stressed. I know I may not be able to give you the world right now. But I can still give you moments. I thought maybe this evening could be one of those.
James, this is not a movie. I'm not a schoolgirl. You keep acting like gestures and poems can replace real progress. I'm tired. Tired of pretending that these little attempts are enough. While other men are making plans, opening businesses, buying homes, you bring me flowers like it's Valentine's Day.
I know flowers won't buy a house. Or make us rich overnight. But I thought maybe they'd remind you that I haven't stopped trying. That I still see you. That I still love you, even if you don't see any reason to love me back.
Trying is not enough, James. Love without results is like water in a basket. It leaks. I'm done clapping for crumbs. You want to thank you for every piece of bread you bring home, but I want to eat meat. I want to stop worrying about rent. I want to be proud of you again.
So you're ashamed of me now? Is that it? You're ashamed of a man who wakes up every morning, works without rest, prays for you, and comes home with his heart open, only to be torn down every time he walks through that door? Do you know what it feels like to love someone so much? And constantly feel like your love is a disappointment to them? Like nothing you do matters unless it comes wrapped in wealth and status?
When a heart chooses comparison over compassion, it begins to silence the very love it once longed for. But even the strongest hearts can only endure so much rejection before they stop reaching.
Guess what, my queen? I got my first little bonus today. It's not much, but I thought, what better way to spend it than on my favorite chef? Check it there.
James. You didn't. This is too much. Chocolate and malt? You were trying to spoil me today. This is the sweetest thing ever. You're always thinking of me. Always giving, even from the little you have. I don't care how small our apartment is. I don't care if we don't have a generator or a car yet. I'd rather be with you here, full of peace, than in a mansion where I can't sleep.
And I promise you, Stella, one day, by God's grace, I'll give you more than malt and chocolate. But until then, I'll keep giving you all of my heart. That much, I can promise you forever. Oh, and there's one more surprise. I wrote something for you at work today. It came to me while filing receipts.
You are my sunrise after long days. My calm in the storm, my lighthouse always. In a world full of noise, you're my silent cheer, and no matter how poor, I'm rich when you're near. James. You write like a man with $1 million. But honestly, this feels like more than riches. I don't ever want to lose this feeling.
We used to laugh like fools over boiled eggs and malt. I used to thank God just for having you. When did she change? You may not have everything now, but as long as we stay grateful, we'll never feel empty. We'll always have enough. That's what she always told me. What's happening now? Oh my God.
James, this your silence lately is not ordinary. I've known you for years. Even when you were broke, you were never this quiet. Something heavy is sitting on your chest. Speak.
Uncle Peter. I don't know how to describe it anymore. I'm married. But I feel alone. I come home every day to a woman who used to dance when I brought her bread. Now, even when I come home with food and flowers, she looks at me like I'm nothing.
So it's Stella?
She used to be my biggest cheerleader. She used to pray for me, encourage me. Now, every word is a reminder of what I haven't done, who I haven't become. Every conversation feels like a performance review. I don't feel like a husband anymore. I feel like a disappointment waiting to be compared.
Comparison is a cruel enemy of love. It turns praise into pressure, and affection into a scoreboard.
Sometimes I lie awake at night beside her and feel more distant than I would if she were 1,000 miles away. I talk, she scrolls. I try, she sighs. And I keep wondering, how long can a man keep loving a woman who no longer respects him?
James, I know it's hard. When a man's heart is rejected in his own house, it's a slow kind of death. But I'll tell you this, you are not weak because you stayed kind. You are not foolish because you still show love. You're strong. Stronger than most.
But what if love alone is not enough anymore? What if her heart has already left, even though her body remains?
Then you still have a choice. Either you keep loving with hope, praying that your seed of gentleness will soften her again. Or you prepare your soul for whatever decision God may place in your hands. But one thing I'll beg of you, do not become bitter. Don't let her pride change your principles.
I just missed being seen. Being appreciated. Even if I had nothing in my hands. I gave everything in my heart. I just want to be enough for the woman I married.
If she doesn't see it now, son, she may see it later. Sometimes God lets us be invisible to those who are blind, so that He can teach them the value of what they ignored.
When a man's strength is measured by how much he can endure silently, we forget he too has a heart that breaks. And no man should bleed forever in a home where love used to live.
Stella. Stella, please wait a moment. I know this may sound unusual, but I need to talk to you. What is it? I've watched you and James for a while now, not as a gossip, but as a woman who has lived long enough to recognize pain when she sees it. I know you may not see it now, but your husband is breaking, quietly, silently, under the weight of everything he's trying to be for you. And it seems like it's never enough in your eyes.
Excuse me? Mrs. Daniels. With all due respect, I don't think you understand. I'm not asking James to move mountains. I'm just tired of being the only one in this marriage who looks like she's trying. Is it wrong to want to be celebrated like other women? Is it wrong to want him to show me that I still matter to him? I've given him years of my life, and all I want is a little effort, a little appreciation. Something to remind me I'm more than just a cook and a companion.
You speak of appreciation, my dear. But have you ever paused to ask what he needs? James may not have the money others flaunt, but that man adores you. I've seen the way he looks at you when you're not watching. I've overheard him speak of how hard he works, how he prays he can make you happy, and how helpless he feels when all you do is compare him to other men. Sometimes, it's not about money or gifts, Stella. It's about gratitude. It's about peace. And I fear that if you don't change course now, you may wake up one day and realize you've pushed a good man into silence, or worse, out of your life.
I never knew he felt that way. He doesn't say anything, Mrs. Daniels. He just shuts down and walks away. I thought maybe I was pushing him to do better. I didn't realize I was wounding him in the process.
Many women don't, until it's too late. A man may not always cry out, but that doesn't mean he's not bleeding inside. James needs more than a wife who looks beautiful. He needs a partner who builds him, speaks life into him, and appreciates his effort even when it's small. Step up, Stella. Soften your heart. Speak with love. Before what you now take for granted becomes the memory you wish you could hold on to.
Hey. I got a few things from the supermarket. There was a discount on Golden Morn and coconut flakes, so I picked some up. I also bought that seasoning you like for stew.
Okay. That's good. Thanks.
You're unusually quiet. You didn't even ask how my day went.
I assumed if you wanted to tell me, you would.
I heard some things about you today. At the supermarket. Two ladies were talking about you. Said you were kind. Gentle. A good man. Even the cashier said you paid for someone else's groceries last week. Again.
Yes. I did. She was an old woman. Had only part of the money. I helped.
You do all these things for strangers. Always giving. Always being kind. But when it comes to me, it's like you've given up.
Because strangers don't spit on what I offer them. They don't roll their eyes when I bring flowers. They don't mock me when I try to show love. With strangers, kindness feels seen. With you, kindness feels like a performance for someone waiting to be disappointed.
So you're angry with me now?
No. I'm not angry. I'm just tired of bleeding in silence. I've been loving a woman who's been comparing me to men who don't even know what peace looks like in their homes. And I'm starting to wonder if the man you truly want isn't me, but a version of me that doesn't exist.
I never meant to hurt you, James.
But you did. Over and over again. You wanted growth, but instead of planting encouragement, you poured poison. You say you're tired of the life we live, but you forget I'm tired too. tired of feeling small in the eyes of the only woman I wanted to impress. I'm still here, Stella. But I'm no longer chasing approval. I'll love you, but I won't keep begging to be enough for a woman who can't see what she has.
The loudest lessons are often whispered through quiet actions. And sometimes, when love stops pleading, the heart begins to hear what it once ignored.
Sometimes, love doesn't leave with noise, it simply fades with silence. James gave all he had, not in money, but in heart. But Stella, blinded by comparison and pride, could no longer see the treasure beside her. Now that James has stopped speaking and started stepping back, what will Stella do? Will she realize the damage before it's too late? Remember, a wise woman builds her home, not with wealth, but with wisdom, gratitude, and respect. Don't miss the next chapter of this powerful story, where choices meet consequences, and silent actions speak louder than words. Thank you for watching Udofia Animations, where faith meets life in unforgettable stories.